My guest today is Attorney Jim Monroe, and Jim's a bankruptcy attorney right here in Orlando. And Jim, we are in tax season again, so what can bankruptcy do for people who owe income taxes but simply have not been able to pay them in prior years?
Income taxes are dischargeable in bankruptcy under a set of certain rules. Number one, the taxes have to be due and owing more than 3 years prior to filing the bankruptcy. Number two, the taxpayer has to file the return, not the IRS or a substitute for a return, but the taxpayer has to file the return more than 2 years prior to the filing of the bankruptcy. Number three, the taxes have to be assessed more than 240 days prior to filing the bankruptcy. And of course, you have to be an honest taxpayer who just couldn't pay his taxes. You can't be someone who is trying to defraud the federal government.
Jim, I know you do a lot of bankruptcies, but how often are people coming to you to discharge income taxes through bankruptcy?
That is a very common situation where people lose a business and all of a sudden find out they owe lots of taxes, or in the case of the folks who withdrew lots of money from their pension plan and all of a sudden find they're being hit with large amounts of taxes. So it is very common, and even if you are unable to discharge the taxes, sometimes you can pay them off over time with very little interest and no penalties inside of a Chapter 13 or a Chapter 11.
So what's the largest amount of income taxes you've ever discharged through bankruptcy for a client?
I have discharged millions of dollars.